hang on the dresser.
That's some Jesus feet.
I don't know what that is.
Jesus feet look like that.
How you know what Jesus' feet look like?
Cause when they get through walking in the sand, what you think their feet look like? That's Jesus' feet.
I don't know what that is.
That's Jesus' feet.
That's ash, or is it just shining?
That's Jesus' feet, babe.
It look like it's shining from my part, but it look like ash from that light. You need to turn that light off then. Cause it make your feet look crusty. Mad dog.
Lord.
Like I don't even tell you to put that
crustier than a mad dog.
Like I don't even tell you to put stuff on your feet like
what
that.
What a mad dog feet look like?
Like that.
Oh Lord. Jesus.
Like that make me look like I'm not giving you no lotion.
Okay, now look.
I put lotion on your feet many times.
Let me tell you what else living in the hood has done.
You have done in the hood.
Camp Paul. Now, one time, this is serious business.
You met me at Camp Paul.
Yeah, So look, so I'm living in Camp Paul like 10 years, right in the projects. I mean, every day, right there, the fire station right around the corner. Now we on Franklin and Division, right? So every night, I'm not exaggerating. Am I exaggerating? Every night you hear fire trucks.
Yep.
Am I lying?
No.
Every single night you hear the fire truck. But I never see a report on the news about no dang on fires. And I live in the hood, so people talk. You know, the streets talk. You know what I'm saying?
There ain't got to be a fire ambulance come. They came for me when I was giving birth to my son.
But I'm talking about the fire trucks.
They come first
every night,
but they go first if they're closest to where the situation happens at, or where they need the help at. They're gonna go first.
Well, that's true. That is true. But I'm thinking sometimes I was thinking that they just running through the hood, waking people up and carrying.
I mean that too, but no, they train paramedics.
Because it was ridiculous. I mean, it was like 1, 2, 3 in the morning every single night.
They're trained paramedics.
Come on now.
They're trained to do that
every night. I'm not exaggerating.
It was every
I'm
night.
Like, nah, this is a conspiracy. They just they running through the hood, waking people up, disturbing our neighborhood.
Waking our people up.
Yeah. It's like, wake up, Negroes.
That ain't not what they
Wake up. Okay, now every day or night, you gonna hear police sirens. Every day, every night. Am I lying?
No.
Every day, every night. Occasionally, at least every weekend, you gonna hear some gunshots. At least on the weekend. You gonna hear some, might not too much during the week. But on the weekend, and because you got the party store right there in Franklin and Division too.
Mm-hmm.
What's that called? F&E or J&E or something, whatever it's called.
I can't remember.
But whatever it's called, yeah. You got that. You got the chicken spot right there. So that parking lot just be on slam in the summertime. You know, that, of course, I can walk up there because I got hood.
Well, you
I got
know.
hood credibility.
That's why they always ask you where you're from, David. Where are you from?
I got hood credibility.
Why they say I can talk to your wife, but I don't know how to talk to your husband?
They could be up there, listen. They could be smoking their blunts and listening to music and laughing, talking. They just have a good time, by and large.
And that's fine.
Because they ain't got nowhere else to go. You say, where they going to go? But I'm just saying, I could walk in the midst of them.
I'm not knocking how you are, David.
You know,
I'm just telling you.
I got that hood credibility.
You do
when
not.
They see me, they know I got that swagger.
You do not.
They know I got that swag.
They ask me a million times, where your husband from? Where he from?
Because we
can relate to you better.
I'm international, baby.
I'm international. You're not international, David. You haven't even left the country.
I have left the country.
Where the country you go to?
Canada.
Okay. Canada.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, getting back to my story.
So you need to stop all that.
One time.
They don't know who you are.
One time, we were sitting on our porch. This is God's work. And we saw, in the project, there's a ton of kids, right? And so, because I had that hood credibility, all the kids loved to come over.
You was giving them money to clean the yard.
I mean, that was just for Javier and his sisters.
You was taking care of the kids in the yard.
Javier, what's her name?
Bowleg.
That was the only two I gave money to.
You was giving
Javier
the kids.
and Bowleg.
It don't matter. You was giving them the money. That's why
they always came. They was hard workers. They would go across the street to the parking lot and take a squeegee and a bucket of water and towels and clean people's windshields for money. That's how these kids.
I mean, they hard working, but I get
so when they came over, it's like, Mr. David, can we shovel your snow? Mr. David, can we pick the trash?
Yeah, they come over.
Mr. David, you got anything for us to do?
The kids ain't no credibility with you.
And so I would always look out for them. Even if I didn't have money, I run a tab with them, and so when I could get some $100, I'd tear them off. They was good kids.
They're very good kids.
But all the neighborhood kids came through.
Because of them telling the kids that you be giving them money.
No.
So they thought they were going to get some money too.
Oh my gosh, no.
They came over there. What else was gonna come over there for?
Because they knew I was one of them.
You was not one of them.
They knew I was from the hood, baby. They knew I was one of them.
God.
Okay, let's skip over
cut
that.
this video off, cause you just lying.
Oh my gosh.
You know them kids that think that you was one of them, David. Stop that. You don't even act like one of us.
Oh man, they not like us. They not
you
like
not
us.
like us.
Oh Lord.
You not like us. I'm sorry.
That's what happened.
I think it's
we
beautiful.
See
but
all the kids. We right there facing the school. What school is that right there?
It don't matter. We're just talking.
We're on the porch. What school is that we face across the street?
It doesn't matter. Don't tell everybody everything. People need to know all your details.
So
everything.
Anyway, Lisa, let me tell my story.
Okay, well we don't need to know everything and where I lived and what the address was.
I don't live there no more. So what difference?
It don't matter.
What's gonna happen?
Maybe I didn't want nobody to know I was there.
Oh Lord, stop! Everybody knew you was there.
No, nobody know where I was.
We had told the whole city. What we did was we
Okay.
seen the kids. We seen the kids. Everybody was like 20, 30 kids all just running around.
I seen the kids.
Okay. Leisha seen the kids.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Give me some credit.
What happened was, does that look like a bump right there? That's her bone.
That's my bone, David. That's the way my foot is made. Will you quit talking about my foot?
I mean, you got beautiful feet.
No, don't be talking about my foot.
You got beautiful feet.
Right.
I just see how the light hitting there.
It's
I love your
feet. Bone. It's a bone. It's
Turn
a bone.
your foot this way. Let me see it. Other way. You got beautiful feet. See? You got just perfect, beautiful feet.
I don't know about perfect, beautiful feet.
I love your feet. I love your skin color.
They just
I love how your feet contrast with my feet.
They feet.
How your color contrasts with my color.
I like the color. Yeah,
your
beautiful
color is
skin.
beautiful. Your feet are beautiful. You got God's feet. Like I said in the other video, it says that the, oh Lord, don't tell me I forgot it. Romans 10:15, Romans 10:25. The feet of the preacher are beautiful, or the feet of the minister are beautiful, or something like that.
Something.
Beautiful are the feet of the ones that
preach the gospel.
That preach the gospel, something like that. So you got beautiful feet.
I don't preach the gospel.
One time I told Jay Bishop, I sent him a message when I found, because Uncle Cliff, when he had Pastor Rose, he had ALS, of course, and he was near the last part of his life. He was in the hospital one time, and he was there, and he said something about what does God say about the feet, David? And I didn't know. Oh man, I was so embarrassed. He said something about. He said it wasn't. He didn't say it like that, but it was something similar to that. Like he said something like, who has beautiful feet? Or he was basically saying if I do that scripture, because if you're a preacher, you have beautiful feet. And so,
I don't know
if you spread the gospel, that's what God says. If you spread the gospel, you have beautiful feet. Now, when you look at the word feet, I don't want to get into a theology lesson because I got to go back to my Campbell story. But when you look at feet, what God is talking about,
the longest video
what
I've
God
ever
is
seen.
talking about is your desire, your passion, your willingness to spread the gospel. So when you talk about spreading the gospel, you got to remember a lot of those folks were on foot. I'm sure there were some horses back there and buggies.
Of course, animals everywhere. My feet getting tired of sitting up next to
excuse me.
I
don't hear all that over there. You messed up my background.
I'm sorry.
So a lot of those people were on foot. And so beautiful is the feet of those who spread the gospel.
Okay, well.
So that's what you got to look at. So anyway, Lisa, don't stop trying to tell me to turn my show off.
I got to put my foot down because I'm tired of playing footsies with
just
you.
Just leave your foot up here. just be patient for 3 more minutes.
I'm tired of playing footsie.
So one time I told Pastor Jerry Bishop on Facebook, I sent him a message. I said, man, you got some beautiful feet. he said, he blocked me. He said, next time I see him, that's my buddy. We've been friends since he first came to Grand Rapids. And by the way, we were friends before he was saved, and we were hanging out, and I was in college, and we was hanging out, going to club. But you know what? He's had the same integrity. We drank and went to the clubs and all that, but he still always had the same integrity. He tells the people that, that's his testimony. But I never seen him out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? He's always been the same guy. Excuse me. I would let nobody talk bad about Pastor Jerry Bishop. He's a strong man of God. Y'all know that.
What they got to do with his feet?
Okay, so anyways.
Did you send a picture to us of his feet?
This woman would not let me tell her my story.
You took too long.
So he cut me out. So next time I seen him, He was like, David, I thought somebody hacked your page. And I was like, nah, Uncle Cliff, who he reveres highly, Pastor Rose, big old pictures in his church, along with a few other pastors, Ed Dobson, I think his dad. So anyways, Pastor Dobson. So anyways, we're on our porch at Campbell, and Alicia sees all these kids. They're just running. And then Alicia says, David, they don't have any bikes. We grew up, we had bikes. I know I did. Shoot.
Our grandkids did in the house.
I had bikes everywhere. Me and my cousins and my friends,
We had bikes.
we'd be on our bike, northeast side, Leonard and Fuller, we'd be at Woodland Mall.
Northeast side, not the hood.
Yeah. I mean, the hood too. I was on my Hot Wheel. But I'm just saying, when I had my bike and I was able to ride out,
Catching yourself
we'd
slipping.
be at Woodland Mall from dang on Leonard and Fuller. Gone. We'd be gone all you do
All
is,
day, hang out with
all you
friends.
had to do is be back by the time streetlights came on. Wasn't no
Everybody-
cell phones, wasn't no
Every black parent knew
pagers.
that.
Every once in a while, your parents would say, go use somebody's phone and call in.
Everybody black parents said streetlights. We already knew that.
Right.
That's just normal.
That's standard.
Standard. You'd be home when the streetlights came on.
Right.
Especially in the hood, because, we didn't have telephones all the time. My mama couldn't afford a phone. So, our communication was going to our friend's house. Mama was not, she was a single mom. She didn't have a lot. So we didn't have the luxuries that some, young folks grew up and had in the hood. When we
Y'all
had a
had
phone.
no phone.
From maybe about a month, and if and then it'd be cut off. But I couldn't afford. She's a single parent. She was doing her thing, doing the best she was able to do. Mom didn't have a whole lot of resources, but she made work whatever she had. She made it work. She was a young mom, you know what I'm saying? She was raising 4 daughters. So no, we didn't have the luxuries like some other people had in their lives. We weren't as blessed. We had a lot of hand-me-downs and stuff like that. We didn't, it was, she did what she could do. So, but
You're a good mama.
I had a great mama.
Yeah, good mama. I love your mama.
We had
Your
our
mama
moments.
always would kiss me. Every time I see her, she would kiss me. I took her 1 or 2 visits to warm up to me really good.
She didn't know you.
But,
That's because I was married before, so she knew my ex-husband.
She would kiss me right in my lips and tell me she loved me.
She did.
And she was a beautiful lady. I liked her a lot.
She was something. She was a real straight-up
Now,
G.
that one sister of yours, oh, Lord.
She was straight up G. Don't even say nothing about her. She was straight up G. Don't start.
When I first met her.
Don't start. Babe, don't start something.
Okay.
Don't be doing that.
So we back on the porch. Oh, there go the foot.
My foot is tired, David.
We back on the porch. Spray your foot back on
No,
there.
I'm not.
So we back on the porch.
Put it on your face. I don't want to be playing footsie. So my feet are tired.
Spray your foot right
Babe,
here.
my feet are tired. I can't keep my leg in one spot like that the whole time. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Put your foot right down there,
You're getting on my last nerve.
People
don't want to look at nobody's foot, David.
Put your foot right there.
It's there. Now leave me alone.
So we back.
Game.
So we back on the porch at Camp Paul, right? So this what happened. We decided to do a bike drive, which turned into Bibles and Bikes. And so we did a bike drive, and we bought bikes, we fixed bikes, we took in donations of bikes. I remember one of my friends from high school, Jody Battle, she lives in California. She sent in a bike, bought it on Walmart, and I had a girl picked out, I think it was London. And we went to Walmart and got the bike for her. I could think of several people. I forget who. Pastor Cindy, that owned the chicken spot right there.
Cindy's Chicken Coop.
Cindy's Chicken, right there on Eastern and Hall. That pastor there, I can't think of his name. I'm sorry, brother, but he came and donated like 3 brand new bikes. We were having Bible study at the Camp Hall, what you call that area?
Just the building.
At the Camp Hall office, the main building, the office, and we had a classroom. So every week we had Bible study, and then Pastor Jerry Bishop brought in pizza and sodas. Every week, like 3 pizzas from Domino's, Little Caesars, Domino's,
yeah.
And like 3-4 sodas, and then my mother and dad, the Overbys,
yeah.
They would come in and help me out, and we had like
care packages.
We had care packages, yep.
Deodorants and soaps and school supplies, things for the kids to have.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Bibles. My cousin Bobby Mayfield, she bought a whole box of Bibles in, and so we gave the kids Bibles. I mean, people was coming through with all kind of stuff, bikes.
They wanted us to keep going when we weren't able to do it.
Yeah, because COVID hit.
Came.
But yeah, because they were like, my dad was like, David, you're going to have to move across the street to the school. Now I started thinking, man, we're going to have to start a church. Because the parents was coming out.
Some
You
parents,
know, not all the parents, but some parents was coming out, kids was coming out. We teaching the Bible, but it was
feeding
really
them. It was fun.
It was informal. There wasn't no like, you know, I mean, it was organized, you know, but it was informal. They could be themselves. They could be relaxed. It was a safe zone.
You know, I just looked at it like some kids probably didn't have a meal to eat that night, and maybe those nights were the nights that they got a full meal, or maybe a restaurant type meal. You know, so you know, I look at it as we were feeding their spirit and feeding their bodies, the Word of God, and also food from God. So you know, and that was the blessing for me. Is just the joy that they had to when they say, Mr. David, Miss Lily, when we gonna do Bible study? We having Bible study this week, and we couldn't because of COVID, and so
they were looking forward to that.
They was expecting that. They got little gifts every week. They got candy and treats, and you know, and life was really really great. You know,
that was beautiful.
It was beautiful. We had a lot of money at the time, but you know what? You don't dwell on the past, and you know what God has done for us before. He'll do it again. So you know, if He did it before, He'll do it again. And I look at it as this: everything happens for a purpose and a reason, and only God knows that purpose and that reason, but it's a meaning behind it all. And we'll have that back plus more. So he probably was just preparing us for what's to come.
Well, then, so you could tell, you know, like you were making a good amount of money. You know, I don't want to say because, you know, anyways, but you know, it was.
You said everything else, might as well say it.
It was. We were selling AT&T products through social media. We had like 30. An average of 30 single mamas, some guys, but mostly single moms across the country that I had taught how to post the ads on social media for free. And shucks, man, we were killing the game. We were doing like 10, 15,000 a week for a long time. But the thing is, I think, you know, in this process here that we're going through,
foolishness of spending money.
We're staying with family friend right now. And then so they got something going on. We got to be out Tuesday. But in this process here, we have learned how to live on less.
Big time.
Less. I mean, Lily just starts her job Tuesday. We have both been unemployed since June. I'm building my home care business.
Not since June. Since February or since November. January, February, March. Was I working?
June.
I was at Burlington.
August? Whenever it was. August?
Yeah, about August or something like that.
September?
Yeah, around my birthday.
So, it was before your birthday.
Yeah. So,
wasn't it?
Yeah. So like 7 months.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, people like, get a job. I have literally applied for
everything.
180 job positions.
And we don't have to prove it to anybody, but we've been applying.
On Indeed. I applied literally 180 something jobs I've applied for. Yeah. And I might have had 3-4 interviews. The job market is tight. Y'all don't realize. And they said, well, go to McDonald's. Well, I applied for 4 McDonald's.
We applied at Aldi's.
I have no response from McDonald's.
I got 3 applications in that Aldi's, and they denied all 3 applications, and I'm qualified for all 3. I'm even qualified to be a cashier, and they turned me down. Unfortunately, the position was filled. Unfortunately, we went somebody else. You know, I've applied for driving jobs. Unfortunately, they went with other people. And I just figured it wasn't God's timing for me to be at that place. And so, you know, I'm trying to focus on waiting on God. I can't sit there and worry about what somebody thinks. People say, people talking about, well, get a job. You don't know what we're doing behind the scenes. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody wants to live with somebody. Nobody wants to be homeless or, you know, be whatever. It's a season. And so, you know, foolish, you know, thinking of some people. But you don't know. If you don't come and ask me to my face or come talk to me or listen to my story, you won't know. So ask. And so I'm telling you, we have applied. And like I said, Tuesday, I finally get to start my orientation for my position that I've been waiting on. And it took a while for them to contact me, too. And I had an interview 2.5 weeks ago.
And right now, that was we're waiting for Amazon for the supervisor. They're supposed to call for interview on Friday. Mm-hmm. Waiting for them, or Thursday, one of the days, Thursday. Yeah. Waiting for them to get back with us.
I just figured where God wants me to be, that's where I'm going to be.
I'd like to see her be a driver for Amazon. This other job might take her out of state here and there. And I'm not too excited about that. I'm just so used to having my baby near me all the time. So anyways, but, you know, we're grateful for whatever's come through.
Yeah, the time
we own it. Yeah. We own it. And so we're figuring we got the deposit already covered wherever we move. So we're figuring if we got, you know, if we could get a payment a check by the 15th of March. She starts Tuesday, Wednesday for orientation. So if we could get a check by the 15th of March, then we could move into our own place. And then we'd be on our way. You know, we ain't got no furniture and all that.
And we get all that. I'm not worried about that kind of stuff.
God's gonna provide that stuff.
That's just
He'll
material.
go get us a little air mattress. And
I've been there,
blow
done
it up.
that.
Got some blankets already. But now I'm back in the car, and so I haven't been doing like I used to do. You know, in the car, I always make sure I had bottled water, had car stuff, stuff, TV meals, right, those frozen meals, and all that stuff.
We're gonna be fine.
I know. I'm just saying, but this is things I think of. We're not worried about it. I'm just thinking, I got to get the meals.
I'm not even worried about going back in the car. I was a little stressed at first.
I got to get our food together. Got to get our food together. So when we go in the car,
I'm grateful for the time I've been.
We would take things and go to the gas stations and microwave it and then eat, and then I got to charge my laptops up. So I would go to like the bookstore and plug my laptop in and do my little work there. So it's, it's going to be, while Lily's at work, I'll probably be at different bookstores working and building my business, setting up meetings, this and that and the other.
You've been setting them up in different places already right now.
I know. Last week I had 3 different meetings with veterans and things. And I submitted 2 clients last week, potential clients, but they didn't qualify. One didn't have wartime experience. The other one made too much money to qualify for the VA home care service. So if you know anybody that needs, that's a veteran and that served during the wartime, doesn't have to be in war, but served during wartime, any of the wars, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, Iraq, Afghanistan, then we could get some personal assistance out there to help take care of them. And that includes activities of daily living, personal care, transportation. We'll go to the store, take them to the store, but maybe they want to go to the casino, or take them to the casino, take them to the doctor's appointments, companion care. Maybe you want to go to the movies. We go to the movies. Hey, maybe you want to go out to lunch, go out to lunch. Maybe you want to go visit one of your friends. I'll take you over there. Transportation, take you over there. Got a nice van, 15-passenger van. Beautiful, brand new van, electric van. It's beautiful. And so, light work, we'll disinfect the bathrooms, disinfect the kitchen, you do your laundry, help with medication management. I can't put the medicine in the client's mouth, but, I can help you get it to your mouth and put it in a tray. We can separate it in weekly, daily trays so that you bind it to take the medicine. We got all the paperwork necessary, contracts, agreements. We get all the doctor contacts, physician contacts, phone numbers, emails, fax numbers, all that. We know the medication that you take. We're in constant contact with the doctors and physicians, eye doctors, etc. So, if anything comes up, we know who to call, who to talk to, and all that stays right there in our client's home. And so, everything is very organized. It's top shelf, top notch. But God's going to bless it, because when Pastor Rhodes had ALS before he passed away for several years, I was one of his caregivers, unofficial family caregiver. They hired a company and they did a good job. They were fine. We had no complaint. I think they were out of Holland or something. But, I came in as one of the helpers. I already was a helper with him as a unofficial armor bearer. I just love to be around them, and I had that access. So I want to be around them all the time just because I had access. So anyways, I had to, sometimes I fed him. Sometimes I had to help him bathe and clean himself and brush his teeth and, all the things a caregiver does. Of course, his wife and his children, Michelle and Troy, were there. My dad was there. Uncle Wendell was there. My brother was there. Little Sydney.
And battery saver.
But this girl is just be constantly interrupting my stories. You battery saver mode. You do a lot of talking. Lord Jesus, help me. So you're in battery saver mode. You do a lot of talking. So, anyways. This chick right here. So, anyways, what happened was, it was an honor and a privilege to be able to love on him like that. Now, I did some things I had never done for a grown person before. You know what I'm saying? But it was uncomfortable at times, especially at the beginning. But at the same time, it was like honorable to be able to help my uncle, my pastor, my uncle, daddy, all of that. Man, it was just great, and it gave me a passion. It sparked something in me that I didn't know was in me, and I wanted to help others like that because that's a big deal having your dignity when you can't help yourself but you still have dignity because the people around you treat you with love and care
Respect,
and
yes.
respect and dignity. Because you go, I'm not gonna say all nursing homes like this, but I know I've seen it. Now my grandparents, Clifton and Luella, they had good caregivers. My granny had good caregivers at the nursing home, but I heard
My grandmother didn't.
yeah, I remember your grandmother. I'm not gonna say where she was at. Oh, Miss Helen. Oh my gosh. Ooh, we go in there and her room smelled like urine, and
Half time they didn't clean her up.
her kids lived out of town.
Stuck them up missing.
So they, like my grandparents, Granny and Luella and Cliff, granddad, grandma, they had kids in town. So we was up there. You know what I'm saying? When I say we, it was more. It was more her children or their children than the grandchildren. They were there more.
We couldn't.
My dad and my Uncle Wendell, and I don't start naming names, but
they wouldn't let us see.
They were there. But Miss Helen, when COVID hit, they couldn't even see. We still went up there, but they stopped us. We couldn't visit Miss Helen.
No, they stopped us at the front door.
And so we didn't know what was going on.
COVID.
You know what I'm saying? So anyways, the point is sometimes they don't get that love and care at certain facilities. They don't get that dignity. You know what I'm saying? So that sparked in me this passion. I said, okay, I want to help people stay at home versus going to nursing homes. I want to help people get the love and the passion and the care they need to be at home in the comfort of their home the last days of their life. And then also, I said, well, I have a lot of veterans in my family. My dad's a veteran, cousin Mike, cousin Troy, cousin Rodney, cousin Christopher, cousin Harold. All these people are veterans. These are my first cousins. They're all veterans. And so I like, who? Cousin. No. But I got some second. Junie's got a son. Head is a veteran. He's serving right now. He's been on the Gerald R. Ford, et cetera, et cetera. He's in the Navy. Uncle Roosevelt, don't want to leave him out. My dad's brother, Uncle Cleveland, he passed away. A lot of people still don't know he passed away. He was a veteran, so I got a lot of respect for veterans. I was raised as a military brat. We didn't do a lot of traveling. We didn't do any traveling, but trust and believe. My house was like a military house. I'm assuming like most military men would have it. My dad was about it. Trust and believe that. Very organized. Our house, we had to make sure when you got something, you put it back where you got it from. We had it was organized. I learned how to iron. I love ironing. Learned how to make my bed up properly, how to keep my room organized. Yeah, I mean, everything in our house had a place. It wasn't nothing out of place. It had a place for it. You need the scissors, you knew where to go get the scissors. And then you knew where to put them when you were done with them. Because if Dad was looking for the scissors and they weren't where they're supposed to be, you got a problem. There's going to be a conversation. You weren't going to get no whipping, but you had a conversation you didn't want to have.
It's a whooping, not a whipping.
You don't know what a whooping is?
You said whipping.
Oh, Lord.
That ain't black talk. We say whooping.
Here she go.
Butt kicked.
Here she go. What'd I say over butt?
A whipping.
I said a whooping.
You said you get a whipping.
Jesus help me. Lord help me.
See? Tell you what from the hood.
Oh,
going back to the beginning of the story. That ain't no hood talk. People don't say no whipping. Black folk don't say whipping.
So let me go back to Camp Paul. We gave away. I'm gonna end this video because my wife is getting on my nerves. I love
you get on
my nerves.
I'm playing my game over here.
But we had gave away at least about 60 bikes that summer. My buddy Ned Andre, he helped me transport a lot of bikes, and then we had Folks and Spokes. They was on the northwest side. I don't think they're in business anymore. Folks and Spokes. Spokes. They repair a lot of bikes for us for free, which was people would give us bikes that were kind of used and
some work.
Needed some work. So they wanted to get them out of their house, and they wanted to help our kids. And so maybe the front brake didn't work anymore. Maybe the chain was off. It needed a new chain. Maybe just different. Maybe the tire needed some air. It was popped. It needed new air tubes. So we did all that. And so we would transport them back and forth. We would take 10, 15 bikes at a time, drop them off, come back, pick them up. My buddy Ned Andre helped with that. And we gave away like 60 bikes, man. It was great. See, and then we had a lot of scooters. Oh, our friend Jen, I can't think of her last name right now.
Teacher Jen.
Yeah, she was a teacher at Cornerstone.
She was my
professor.
Teacher. Professor Jen. Yeah.
At Cornerstone. And so we told her about our ministry. Lily told her about the ministry. And then so she lived in Forest Hills.
She can bring her.
She was big, boy.
She still just brought us some bikes.
Yeah. We were living at the hotel last year. We were taking the buses, and she brought us 2 bikes, so we could, before we got our cars, we were rolling on our bikes to the bus.
Professor Jen, I love her. That's my favorite teacher at the Corners. She's my favorite
beautiful
one.
lady. So we met her 2, I think 2 sons or 3 sons and her husband.
Yep.
And just
came
beautiful
to our house.
folks.
It's beautiful.
Came to our house. She gave us bikes and scooters and skateboards and helmets. Yep. All that. So she was one of our biggest donors.
Yes.
I think of Walton. What's the lady's name? Sister Walton from Life Quest. Virginia Walton. She came in with a few bikes. There's several people. I can't name everybody, but y'all know who y'all are. Y'all came through.
Y'all came through for our babies.
Yeah. We bought some bikes. People donated bikes. So on and so forth.
And we got to the point where we had no more bikes, and kids were still asking for bikes, and I felt so bad we couldn't even give them any bikes because we had no more bikes to give.
Yeah.
And some kids didn't get a chance to get bikes, but they heard, and they wanted, or they outgrew their bikes.
Yeah.
And COVID came, and we weren't getting bikes like we were, and thus
we wasn't getting money like we was.
Wasn't getting money like we was, and so all the travel and everything stopped. So we had to put it on the back burner. But that's our passion, is to take care of the homeless, to take care of the children. David loves kids a lot more than I do, and I love children, but David really loves kids.
Okay, I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, good. Bye.
You doing a whole lot of talking.
No, you did the whole talking the whole time.
You doing too much talking about.